This maid committed the most horrible and sordid crime that the recent history of New York has experienced.
Marina Krim opened the bathroom door and saw the bloodied, lifeless bodies of her 6-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son stacked in the bathtub, their eyes open, covered in blood, staring ahead.
The scene the children's mother encountered was horrifying. However, the worst thing was that the murderer hoped that she would see it. She needed Marina Krim to feel the pain of seeing her children lifeless.
The defendant slit the throats of the children to be sure that neither could scream out for help.
Yoselyn Ortega was a beloved worker in the Krim home, and that is why no one suspected the intentions she was hiding.
The defendant is an evil and utterly dangerous narcissist and a complete failure. It is right that she should live and rot and die in a concrete and metal cage.
The trial drew the attention of the entire nation because the woman's reason for murdering the children demonstrated all the evil that existed inside her body.
It's a tragedy, and I feel so terrible for this family. Horrible, horrible tragedy.
No one could understand that the reason for committing the horrible crime was something so banal and empty that it could be solved by talking.
They claim Ortega was angry at the Krims for overworking her and was resentful of Marina for being able to provide for her children in a way she could not.
The jealousy she had of the beautiful family the Krims had built was reason enough to end the lives of the little ones. Yoselyn felt like she was being exploited, but she also couldn't contain the idea in her head that she wanted her boss's lives.
The defense in this case is the devil made me do it. With the defendant claiming that the last thing she remembers before waking up in the hospital after the murders is the devil taking over her body.
Yoselyn's defense alleged that a psychiatric condition was what led her to commit the horrible crimes. That way, she could also make the attempt to avoid a trial and a severe sentence from the state.
The evidence will show that Ms. Ortega suffered on that date, at that time, and before that date, October 25th, 12, from a chronic mental illness. The evidence will show that she has a corroborated history of hearing voices and dissociating from reality since the age of 16.
Yoselyn Ortega wanted to hide her actions behind a kind of schizophrenia that would have led her to commit them.
She suffered from 3 discrete episodes of major depression, disorder, psychotic thinking, dissociation.
However, the evidence would finally be discarded, and the sordid murderer would be sentenced to the worst punishment she could suffer.
For murder in the first degree, 2 counts, you're sentenced to the maximum penalty of the rest of your life in state prison, no possibility of parole.
With the sentence handed down, the woman had no choice but to ask for forgiveness, but there still wasn't total remorse in her head.
I'm very sorry for everything that happened. But I hope that no one, goes through what I have gone through. So many people wish me all the worst.